Good morning, Eric Estrelado. This is my interview with a professional in the career that I'm interested in going to. I had the pleasure today of interviewing Mr. Ben Canzano. Thank you. He did me a pleasure having sitting down with me so I can ask him a few questions. So we're gonna go ahead and start. All right, Ben. Can I first ask you what led you to a career as an adaptive PE teacher?
Grew up in a family of individuals that were very heavy in sports, and my mom was a paraprofessional at a high school, and so growing up I was always around individuals with disabilities, and so I was very comfortable getting to know them. And so when I went to college, I wanted to teach PE, but so through that experience at San Jose State, I got involved in the adaptive PE program there.
Cool.
And so I graduated from there and have been doing adaptive PE for 18 years now.
Ah, cool. In adaptive PE, what are the primary job responsibilities of an adaptive PE teacher?
So the primary responsibilities of an adaptive PE teacher is to supplement curriculum, to make modifications to activities so that they can be successful. So those responsibilities include going in and doing a full assessment to determine eligibility, whether that student is appropriate to receive adaptive PE services, and what setting would they be participating in PE. And then from that assessment you would draw up goals and service minutes based on their need, as well as providing adapted equipment for the students, providing one-on-one instruction, small group instruction, supporting kids in a general PE setting. So it's kind of a wide range, and that goes from ages 3 up to age 22.
Cool. Okay. In your opinion, what is the most rewarding aspect of being an adaptive PE teacher?
I think the most rewarding is just working with the kids. Every day you come to work and you get rewarded. They're excited to see you because number one, you care. You're providing them an opportunity to move, and our student population is a kinesthetic learner. They're a visual kinesthetic learning population. So they got to move, and that's how they learn. That's how they become more healthy and more alert and able to be on task for even academics. So that's the most rewarding part, is showing up to work every day and just working with these kids and seeing them make those small steps to reach their goals.
That's awesome. Okay, now what advice could you give to a student that is interested in pursuing a career as an adaptive PE teacher?
Couple things. One is, obviously going and getting the coursework done. I think there's 13 competencies that somebody should meet in order to be an adaptive PE specialist. And so having that foundation really helps. Knowing how the body moves, knowing about different, stages of a child's life, growing up from, toddler age, elementary, middle school, high school, and understanding how the body develops and how those, what their movement pattern should be like. Second thing is experiences. So volunteering, Special Olympics, camps. There's a lot of disability awareness type of camps that are popping up now. Compared to when I went to school, there was probably nothing like that. So volunteering, getting those experiences will definitely help a student gain those experiences so they can apply that to their teaching.
Cool. All right. Okay. Now, what qualities do you look for when you are hiring a person in adaptive PE?
Well, I've been through 3 different interviews. I've been hired with 3 different districts. So I can tell you what type of things they look for. Is one is obviously knowing the knowledge of psychomotor assessment. What assessment tools will you be using? You understand standards. Also knowing how to express that, how you would work with a parent, whether they would qualify or non-qualify. How would you monitor student progress? So those are qualities that, and again, back to those experiences. I think that people look at, okay, what kind of experiences do you have? Are you an overachiever? Do you go and volunteer? I think goes a long way. And just like in the interview is just, don't be such in a rush to answer the questions. It's okay to take a drink of water, gather your thoughts, and then speak. And so sometimes that way they're just looking, can you hold a conversation? Can you make eye contact? Do you hold yourself in a professional manner? Are you dressed professionally? Do you have those experiences? Those are things that I think that are important.
That all makes sense. Yeah, that all makes sense. Okay, lastly, if I was looking to get hired, like you said, but within the district, could you ask me three questions that they might ask me and allow me to answer them just to get a practice in?
Sure.
Here is my resume and cover letter, just to look at.
Thank you.
And then, after you're done looking at it, if you just let me know when you're ready, and I'll be prepared to answer those questions.
So I think we'll just do some general questions. These are questions that typically they would ask of most teachers.
Sure.
And it's ones that always kind of come up through the interviews that I get involved in. So the first question would be, why adaptive PE? Why do you want an adaptive PE job?
Okay. I've always been interested in physical activity. Growing up, I played sports, ran track, played tennis. Physical activity and living a healthy lifestyle has always been something I've been interested in. And now that I went into teaching special ed, I've been teaching special ed at the adult transition level for 7 years now. And don't get me, I love it. I love my job. But like the only time that I thought I would transition to anywhere would be if it was in the adaptive PE, because they'll give me the opportunity to work with students to help them, learn about physical activity, be active. I know working here at the adult school level, after they come out of high school and through all that, there's no more really PE aspect for them. So I wanted to be able to help them, because I know people after they get out, they're sedentary, there's not much movement, and I want them to hopefully, if working with me or working with a PE teacher, that they learn about physical activity and the different things that they could do, that it would stick with them throughout their life, even after school. And so they would help them continue to be, active and healthy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you want to review the question after each one, or do you want to
go through all of them?
And then review?
Okay.
So another one that comes up is, what experiences do you have that you could apply to when working with individuals with disabilities?
So like I said, this is my 7th year teaching in special education at the adult school level, at the transition level, but I started as an instructional aide before that. So combined working in the population, I'd say I'm about 11 years working in the population. I've always had the ability to connect with students, and they've always taken quickly to me. Just being able to take I've always thought that if I make a connection with these students and they take a liking to me, and they're seeing that I'm here to help them reach their goals and make strides towards achieving those goals, that they're more likely to participate. If they see that the teacher really does care about them and wants to see them succeed, that they'll be more likely to participate and give their all into whatever goals that we may be pursuing. And so that was one of my experiences, and I've been the head of Special Olympics here at the adult school for our program since I started teaching 7 years. I've been an aide before that, so I've been to many Special Olympics, and I've enjoyed my experiences so many times. To see the students give their all and try their best, and being physical, being out there, moving around. Like I said, that's in my mind, in my heart, what I want to see. I want to help students find a connection to being physical and active.
Good. And so the last one is, what are some strengths you feel like you have to bring to a team, and what are some things that you feel like you need to improve on?
Strengths. I'm definitely a team player. I want to, if there's things that people need help with or they need me to step in anywhere, I'm always willing to do. I'm a willing and team player. Work ethic. My dad, he's a retired Navy chief, so work ethic was something that was instilled in me when I was a very young child, and I'm hoping that if my students see how much I'm working, it will rub off on them, and I want to teach them also about having a good work ethic. Showing them that once we set a goal, it's not all going to be achieved in one day. We have to put the work in, and as we put the work in, then eventually we'll get to our goal. And I want to teach them that. And connecting with the students, like I said earlier, I think I do very, very well with connecting with students. I try to just be real with them. I just try to tell them exactly what's going on, and I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm just gonna tell you the truth about what's going on. And like I said, if the students connect with the teacher, I feel like they're more inclined to participate and to give their all into achieving their goals. Weaknesses. So I'd say organization. Sometimes I might be out of whack. I need to tighten up the organization when it comes to just paperwork or time management, assessments. It's something, it's an ongoing process, and I know that I need to be organized in order to do my job to the best of my ability. And another weakness, maybe having confidence in when I'm talking to, be it management or parents. Just sometimes I get kind of have an anxiety of like talking to them, and so it's something I'm working on. But I think those are like two of my weaknesses. All right, how do you think I did? Or what do you think is some things I can work on?
In the beginning, like with question one, remember I said to stay relaxed and gather your thoughts.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes when people get in like from the first interviews, they feel like they want to spit everything out, and so just stay relaxed.
Okay.
Take your time. Like I said, the interviewees are just there to listen, and so you were a little bit fast in thing, which is normal.
Yeah.
So just remind yourself, go slow.
Okay.
It's okay to go slow.
Uh-huh.
There's no time limit when you have to answer those questions. So that was one suggestion. And then I think just practicing. Mm-hmm. So I would practice with people.
Okay.
So that the get reduced.
Yeah.
I do it too.
Yeah.
When I'm speaking or doing a presentation,
Yeah.
sometimes when I'm trying to gather my thoughts, if I haven't practiced enough, you start to get a lot of ums, and then people start focusing, that's like the third So that just comes with practice.
Yeah.
Practice.
Yeah.
So practice with whoever you can grab, and just practice questions, so that way you can gather, what the flow for each question is. And then as far as strengths and weaknesses, I thought you did fine. Strengths were good. As far as improvements, I think they're not looking for the actual answer. They're just saying, can you identify some areas where you feel like you need to work in? So don't be scared or have anxiety and like, what if I say the wrong thing? I don't think there's a wrong answer. It's just that you can identify, you know what, I'm not very organized. I need to do a better job of that. And then maybe you can even say, well, the last 2 years I've tried different ways to be more organized.
Okay.
So it kind of shows that it's an area of weakness, and you're trying to improve.
That makes sense.
Just a suggestion.
That makes sense.
Otherwise, it's very good.
Cool. All right, Ben. Thank you so much for sitting down with me. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
And thanks again.
All right.